Hi, I'm Ridhya Raj, and you're tuned in to Mind Your Business. There's something special about the entrepreneurial spirit. It takes passion, tenacity, hard work, and a dedication to your dream. And joining us to share all of the above is the amazing Amy from Fudge Beauty. Amy,
Hi,
welcome.
Vidya. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course, it's an absolute pleasure. And I do want to ask, before you were known for Oh Fudge Beauty, who was Amy?
Well, mostly a mom and a grandmom, um, but also coming out of divorce, we had to find a way to, see to the kids, obviously. So I think a lot of entrepreneurship comes from um, circumstances.
Yeah.
So the Amy before pushed me into where we become it's more a necessity than even anything else. You've just got to put food on the table, sort of thing. So, yeah, the Amy before was a mom, a grandmom now, a wife, all of those things, and dabbling in entrepreneurship, but now fully fledged doing all of this, running, well, two businesses at the moment and doing property as well. So, a couple of things, yeah.
Well, the Amy that I've come to know is one that has butterflied in the best way possible. And let's go to the very beginning of Oh Fudge Beauty. How did it come about to be the skincare brand that we know and love?
So it came out of my own need for my own skin. I was going through issues with my skin. My barrier was damaged. I broke out. I was itchy. I still got some pigmentation left from it, from um, very expensive products. And not that it wasn't effective, it was too much, actually. There was just too much
Hmm.
of everything in it. It was like overloaded. So, I mean, it's great that they do that, but it sometimes become like too many actives in a product can work negatively. So I
Yes.
think it just reacted to my skin, and I felt, you know what, I need to know what's in the bottle. I need to know what I'm putting on my face. And I'm sure there's other women who are going through this as well, where you want to trust a brand, but you're afraid to trust it because as much as it sounds like a great brand, you end up finding you've got issues with your skin
Yeah.
afterwards. So, and then also the cost, it's expensive, these high-end products that do work. So I wanted to have something in between and fill that gap where it's affordable, but also effective and trustworthy. And like whatever's put in there is balanced, it must be
Mm.
balanced so that our skin doesn't go into chaos. So I think that was, yeah, where it started.
I think so. So many things that you've touched on that I absolutely love. One is personally needing something that worked the way that Oh Fudge works, but also the cost factor is a major part of it. I mean, yes, having trouble with skin does affect our confidence and how we feel, but at the same time, when we're trying to put
Mm,
food on the table, to spend 500 Rand on a single product, it's just not possible in the
mm,
current economy. And also,
mm,
yes, there are really powerful products out there, but at the same time, when your skin's not used to it, that can end up being a bit too intense. And then your skin barrier is damaged and you're
mm,
feeling even worse. So I think, all
mm,
of those concerns are so valid and so relatable to your everyday woman out there. And as you said, it was
mm.
finding something that worked for you. So, what was your very first product in development and why?
So it still is in development. This one I'm using it now and I'm loving it. It's pink, but it's a little bit aerated.
Yeah. It looks like a
So
strawberry mousse, I won't lie.
it's almost like like a whipped moisturizer. It's a bit
Uh-huh.
aerated, but it's
Gorgeous.
working amazing. So I researched and so we've got two batches. This was a previous batch, but this is a bit too stiff. It's not
Mm-hmm.
so whippy as the other one. And I'm loving the whipped one. I'm probably just going to call it strawberry whip or something. But So the first development for me was moisturizer because I felt I needed to know that the moisturizer had all the right things. And that's probably the thing that might have damaged my skin, is the one that was so full of all the actives, and
Mm.
serum as well. So we've got an amazing serum. I mean, my bottle is just a plain one because we just fill it and bring it home. But it's the parched one for dehydrated skin. And my skin's never been dry. It's because of age now and premenopause and all of that, that it's gone from oily combo to the other spectrum completely. So it's new for me to understand my own skin as well. And so the development went into finding a product that worked for me. And this is the one that we testing now. And the serum. Those are the two we're focusing on mostly.
Well, for one thing, I've got to say the combination of those two products is working because your skin is absolutely glowing right now. So it's clearly
I it
working.
I'm really feeling it as well. And I put this on this morning and I said, sure, it's really doing well. And I'm healing. Like my barrier is actually feeling
Mm.
stronger. I'm not itchy, I'm not flaky. So it's been good. It's been a happiness journey.
I think that that's something that so many people can relate to because when we look at skincare that's got so many of these really strong ingredients, it's
Mm,
not really catering to what we need. And damage to the skin barrier can not only make current issues worse, but it can also introduce additional issues for us.
sure,
So,
sure.
having something that is kind to the skin barrier, but also what you touched on, I think is so important, is that our skin changes as we grow.
Mm.
And that is why what's
You
worked
have
for
to
us
relearn, yeah.
maybe 5 years ago, it's not working right now. And
Yeah.
so when it
Skin is a moving part.
Yes, absolutely. It's a moving part. So when it came to finding this moisturizer that worked for you, and I do love the fact that it's a constant work in progress. I think that that's something
Yeah.
that a lot of brands are missing is that they did research and development one time and it stopped there.
Mm.
And what
Yeah.
sets you apart is the fact that you're constantly innovating in this. So
And
when
I'm
you,
using it on myself first
yes.
before it goes out to anyone. It has to first be okay for my own skin, you know? So the trust factor has to be there for people to understand that if it's good enough for me, then only will I let anyone else put it on their face.
I love that, Amy. I think that it's also, again, something special about Fudge Beauty
Mm.
because how many brands can say that the quality control is the owner themselves? And I think that that
Yeah,
is why people feel like they can trust your brand and the products that you make. And I'm sure that along the way, there have been things that you've learned. What have been some of the lessons? Do you mind to share with us?
patience. Patience is a big lesson to learn as an entrepreneur. Um, you have to manage expectations of how the process is going to unfold. And you have to manage the expectation that it's not going to be this wow influx of sales, and that there will be days where you can literally hear the crickets and you're thinking, have I done the right thing? I've put everything into this, but not everyone is understanding and seeing my vision. But it's patience and it's momentum and it's managing those expectations that it will unfold as God needs it to unfold. You know, it's in His time. We have our time, but everything is in His time. So that I think was a big thing for me. And I'm generally an impatient person. You know, I want things done quickly. So that was a struggle for me. It's just bear with the process and go with the flow and calm down. You know, it's okay.
I think that many people who have delved into entrepreneurship would definitely relate to what you said because we hope, and especially in the age where virality is a thing, we would hope
Mm,
for there to be this huge influx of sales for it to do phenomenally. And then when it doesn't happen, it makes you doubt it and it makes you second guess decisions, options, and choices that you've made. But at the same time, I think something that people often don't realize is that the virality is actually not sustainable. You'd rather have a slow and steady trajectory as opposed to have that spike and then have it fall further.
Mm,
And
mm.
yes, definitely, having a personality where you want to see that result now, having to learn the patience. I think it's
Yeah, that
definitely
was,
it's been
yeah,
a, it's been a thing. And tell me about your support system as an entrepreneur. Who is it that has got your back?
my son Yusha. He really has my back. So he's 22 now. Well, yeah, 22 or 21. I think he's turning 22. But yeah, so I've got four kids. I've got a daughter and I've got three boys. And he's the baby, which is now obviously in his 20s, but he's always got my back. And we've been doing this sort of together and bouncing stuff off each other. And he's used all the products. My daughter uses the products. My other son uses the products. And I think that in itself is a sense of like confidence, that they there, like they got me, mom, we got you. Like just go ahead, carry on. And when I need to vent and say, oh, today's bad, then they like just stick with it. It's gonna be okay. So yeah, I think Yusha is quite close and there when I need to just say, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing.
I think it's so special that you've got your kids as the support system in place because
Yeah.
to take the entrepreneurial journey is not one that's easy. A lot of people think, oh, I'll be my
Mm.
own boss and everything will be fine. And you go from working a 9 to 5 to working 24/7. And
With
that
no set salary at the end of the month. It's just we make it or we don't.
Yes. And so, I think that those are some of the realities that need to be checked when it comes to taking the step
Mm.
of an entrepreneurial venture. And that is why having people like yourself share what this process has been like is something that is so important. And when it has come to the other aspects of your product line, what inspired those items?
So basically the rest are they're more necessities. So the inspiration was just to have a full skincare routine. So
Mm.
we've got a cleanser, a toner, the serum, and the moisturizer. But what happened with the body butter was I just fell in love with mango butter. It's an amazing, amazing um, ingredient. But our mango butter is just butter. We've put no oils in it. It's like pure butter. So it really just melts into the skin and it's beautiful. So the butter was just because I fell in love with the ingredient and developed that into a body butter. We've just done a scrub now. So we're busy getting all the packaging done for that and we're probably going to launch the scrub soon. But I think it's just about having a full balance routine and products that complement each other as well. So your cleanser, toner, serum, moisturizer, and then the body butter, as I said, is with us. But now we put the scrub in to complement the body butter.
What I'm
Yeah.
taking from this is when you've gone through a situation that's really tough, sometimes having a routine is what helps you move from day to day when there are challenges
Mm.
and there's difficulties. Having that one thing that sort of centers you and brings the focus back to yourself. And in your product line, this is something that's definitely that it's visible. You can see it right there. And when you're looking at things like scrubs and a body butter, especially with the upsurge on the everything shower, it's
Yeah.
something that can really be enjoyed. And what has been
Mm.
your experience joining the skincare world, or rather the skincare market in South Africa?
I mean, I think there's a lot of small brands out there now than there ever was before. And the conglomerates are not having a monopoly on it. And the thing that I'm finding inspiring is that there is where the consumer is a lot more aware and
Hmm.
knowledgeable of skincare now. So when we come into this field, this arena, we need to know that you guys are doing a lot of research. I'm the
Mhm.
same. I mean, I put myself in a consumer's shoes, and that it's good to see that there are brands that are coming up that are doing the right thing by skin, doing the right thing by their consumer. So there are some brands that I would be like, a bit dodge, but I mean, it's not for me to point that out or judge. Everyone's in their own ship and they're steering it as they should, but you just stay in your lane and you got to do what's right. You got to do what's just, and you got to go with authenticity, and you got to go with honesty when you make and do and present something to a consumer
Yeah.
or anyone for that matter in life, your partner, your kids, your parents, whatever it may be. So it's the same sort of honesty that you must treat everything. But yeah, I think that there's a lot of little smaller brands coming up, and that everyone is trying to do the right thing by skin, which is nice to see. That's good to
It
see.
It's definitely nice to see. And I think also finding brands that align with your values and your value system is something that is so
Mm,
important. And so instead of these bigger brands having a monopoly where people feel like there's no choice but to support them, whether or not it aligns with how they would like to live their lives, it's
mm,
really good to see the small businesses as an avenue to find not just skincare, but I guess all products that
mm.
fall in
Personal
line with,
care. Yeah.
yeah, with your thoughts and your belief systems. And that is
Mm,
something that's also really important to the consumer right now, which I love to see. I love to see people live their beliefs. Um,
mm.
and I do want to ask if there are others who wish to journey into entrepreneurship, what advice would you offer to them and why?
It's it takes it's risky, so have a clear step by step. And if you have a day job, don't give it up just yet. Let this build first so that you have an ability to look after yourself financially
Mhm.
while you're getting this off its feet. So that's the first thing is have a small goals and see where you want to get to, but keep what you are doing right now until this gets to a level where you don't need a job to sustain you anymore. That's
Mm,
something that I think is important. A lot of people think we're going to make money from day one, and that isn't the case. So make sure you have a backup, make sure you have a safety net, make sure you're not going to go into it blindly, plan it. I think that's important. And then patience. Patience is important.
I know that with the patience, you're convincing yourself as much as you're convincing me, and I
I'm
believe
trying.
you. But I think it's so true
I'm
to
trying.
say that, because it is risky, and you want to make sure that at the end of the day, you're not feeling negative effects from
And overwhelmed.
from pursuing an
Mm,
idea
mm,
or a product or a service.
mm.
You want
A
to make
dream, yeah.
sure that you can live so that you can see your dream come to fruition. That's
Yeah,
what you want to
exactly.
have. And
Yeah.
where do you see Fudge skincare going? What does the future look like for you?
I just hope people can um trust it. I need that to get for us to be able to move to the next level of where we're at is the trust needs to build. We're very, very young right now. And once the trust builds, I want people to be able to say that this product thought of me. This product thought of my well-being. This product, oh fudge, is about my skin. That they understood, they got the memo, that sort of thing. That's where I want to see it at, where people can see what I'm trying to build and what I'm trying to offer. That's my dream.
I think that sounds so incredibly beautiful, Amy. And I look forward to seeing that too. I have tested your products as well. So I'm coming from a place of understanding in terms of how much of hard work
Mm,
has gone into this and also what it's like as a consumer to experience this brand where there's a mindfulness not just in terms of the
mm,
skincare, but also in terms of the price point. And that I think is
sure.
so phenomenal. And I want to thank you for
Thank you.
actually joining the
Thank you.
skincare world and bringing forth your goodness, your
Thank you.
tenacity, And yes, I'm looking forward to seeing, oh, fudge as it grows. Thank you so much
Where
for
are you
this.
based? You should come to our self-defense class next year
Oh,
if
that
you're in
sounds
Joburg.
amazing. That sounds amazing because, yes,
Yeah.
I did see that because you are so passionate about women having the ability to defend themselves, you've been giving these
Mm.
self-defense classes. And I think that was something that was so beautiful that you chose to do.
So it's going to be more for wellness morning. We're going to have a beautician there as well. She's going to answer questions. So it's more all-encompassing, or it's multifaceted, let's say, just to give women a chance to come out, meet other women, kick some butt, and learn a little bit more about their skin.
I
And it's
absolutely
free.
love
There's
that.
no cost. It's for anyone who wants to be empowered.
What I take from this, Amy, is that when you look at others, you think of them. Whether that's in the Wellness Day, teaching self-defense, or offering a product that's gentle
Thank
on the
you.
skin. You're phenomenal.
Thanks. Thanks,
And
Lydia.
here's to you
Thank you.
and to Fudge Beauty.
Thanks. Thank you so much for this opportunity. It was awesome.
Of course.